Good morning, wherever you are. It's time for the Monday Minute. I'm Christian Paul. Still here in the office. I really had this fantasy that retiring from the shop would be easier slash faster than what it's been. Now, I know there are so few people in this position. It's very easy just to say, I'm quitting a job or I'm going to retire. You walk out the door and go have a nice day. That is definitely not the scenario here. There are things that need to be accomplished, goals that have to be met, and scenarios that have to be rectified. So I'm probably, I'm gonna guess, a month maybe. That's okay. I love my shop, but I definitely got other things I want to do at this stage. Let us move on from there. How's your weekend? Things cooled down a little bit in our area here, so it wasn't as hot. Had a lot of weekend projects. One or two things I did accomplish. The major thing I was working on, that just did not get completed, and there's still some things I got to figure out on that. Not para related. So we're just going to get back to that as soon as we can. Of course, we have Jan with us as always. What are we going to talk about today? There's a few things that I wanted to touch on today. And one thing is the power of words. So many of us go through just daily life, not even hinging into the para realm, but that's where I'm going to go with this. There's an old saying, be careful what you ask for, because you just may get it. And when you do get it, you're going to quickly realize you don't like it, but now it's not so easy to get rid of. This definitely applies to investigations. You have to understand the spiritual timeline. They briefly lost my connection. Anyway, they don't have one. The snap of a finger, a minute, a day, a week, a month, a year is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Don't put out invitations lightly that can come back and bite you in the ass. I'm really serious when I tell you this. Just don't. Be careful what you ask, But I think a bigger thing is be careful how you ask. Don't say anything that can be taken as an invitation. There's a certain well-known person in the para community, and I'm just using this as an example, who has done this kind of things on his TV show several times and has had quite the handful of issues over the course of time afterwards. How do I know this? I know the bishop. Do I have to explain where I'm going here? I certainly hope not. So just be careful, whether it be an invitation, a conversation, or even a concert. Uh, Sometime Denny can tell you about that. He was smart enough to do what he had to do, and he did it. And I'm thinking I taught him well. And I'm trying to teach you for free what many have paid to learn. Be careful. Let's move on from that. Next thing I wanted to talk about today, we're going to try something on Friday, I believe. um, I handle the Facebook, the YouTube, and the SoundCloud for Crossingaurd Paranormal, constantly bringing genuine, non sensationalized, no running, screaming bullshit para. Maybe not always the most exciting, but I guarantee you 100% real. I have seen some goofy stuff on YouTube, and I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but 80 gazillion followers, and I can't stomach watching more than about 2 minutes because they're already running, screaming. Uh, Seriously? Are you a professional investigator? Or are you just out to have fun? Now, don't misconstrue that. We wouldn't do what we do if we didn't enjoy what we do. I enjoy driving. I enjoy driving fast things. I've raced trucks out in the desert, out in Nevada. I've driven NASCAR stock cars. I ran the track at Road America. But that does not mean I am not. This AT&T internet is terrible. I keep losing my contact. Anyway, that does not mean I'm not careful and I'm not aware. Be very aware. You don't know the places you go. You see things on TV shows, which is I'm branching into another point here. Let's talk about smudging and sage. Too many people out there think that just lighting some sage and walking around the house, that just takes care of this myriad of para problems. I assure you, it does not. And I have the cases to prove it. Okay? So be careful. Another thing I wanted to touch on today was elementals. I will be the first to admit I don't have a lot of experience with elementals. I'm not sure I want to have too much experience with elementals. But I do have a case right now, a private case that I've been working on for, and I've mentioned this case before. Got to be working on this case for a year now, on and off. Still in contact with the client very regularly. And and I could circle the wagons back here. I don't care if you burn a bushel basket full of sage. It's not going to resolve the issue. It's not. Maybe someone can educate me. I don't know. I'm open to it. But I don't know, and I have never heard of any way to rid a scenario of an elemental. Now, I do know of cases where elementals were appeased, for lack of a better term, but you will not rid yourself of something with sage that has never been in human form or walked the earth in human form, nor has it been in angelic slash demonic form. Elementals are something totally different, prevalent in Native American culture for sure, but it is definitely a learning curve, definitely a little research project. Do elementals or can elementals control spirits that have passed on, people that have passed on? Is that possible? I am not sure, but let's just say I have encountered some interesting things in this case. Okay, of course I can't name names here, but yeah, interesting. Okay, we're gonna circle around again. I'm going on tangents this morning, but hey, that's okay. It's the Monday Minute. I can do what I want. Anyway, Denny is getting into the TikTok thing. So we're going to try to do a TikTok chat slash interview Friday night, 9, 10 o'clock, I think. We did try something last week. guesting on someone else's channel that we know that has been a person that's actually been talked about on the Monday Minute before. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe you'll learn some little Crossingaurd secrets if you listen to that. Unfortunately, not like the Monday Minute. I will not be able to put that up on YouTube down the line. TikTok just goes away, at least in America, you know. But should be interesting, should be good if you're into the TikTok thing. But Denny is, so okay, that's cool. That's cool. We're gonna give that a try on Friday. So if you got nothing on, Dennis Blazer in parenthesis Crossingaurd, and Dennis's name is spelled Denyys. I just had a thought on that too. Let's talk about Dennis's spelling once, because I know there's some grammar Nazi out there. That's not how you spell Dennis. Why am I going there? That's not how you spell Crossingaurd. Crossingaurd is my brand. I could spell it any way I effing want to. Step up or step out of the way. Anyway, try to check us out on TikTok Friday night. Should be interesting. I hope we can get it together. And should be a good time, I'm thinking. We do have Texas coming up in 2 weeks. Definitely looking forward to that. So, anyway, questions, comments, you know where to put them. Suggestions, anything you want me to cover, you know where to put it. Please be good to each other. We're all we got. And from what I've seen lately, the demons are running rampant. So please be good to each other. That being said, peace out.